going on, everyone? I got a video today. It's going to be a bunch of odds and ends. I'm at the point in this build where there's not too many huge pieces to do. And this is the part of the build that really sucks. When you get to the end of it, you are going to have a giant list of a ton of different miscellaneous crap. Just quickly looking at my list, I got to replace 2 bolts in my intake manifold. I got to zip tie my brake light wires in the fender well. I got to put a cap on the positive battery post in the footwell. Tint and glue the rear window. I got to weld the brake line brackets on the front. It's just a ton of tiny little stuff that I can't make a whole video for, because if I made a video for welding 2 brake line tabs on the front frame rails, you guys probably kill me. So this will be a video of odds and ends, things here or there that we're going through. And one major thing is I'm going to try to weld my hot side together. I've been playing with this welder for a while now, 2 weeks or so, and I feel like I'm fairly confident in welding it together. Is it going to be 100% perfect? Is it going to be on weldport.com? No, more than likely not. But it will get done, and it will get on the car, and it should work. Fingers crossed. So to weld this hot side together, there's been a couple things that I've had to do. Not have to do, but should do. So I've upgraded my welder a little bit here, and if you guys remember, I got the AHP Alpha TIG. You can see it there. So far for me, you know, it works. It does what it's supposed to do. All right now it's just user defined. I'm getting better. Every time I pick up the torch, I'm getting better and better and better with it. But for all you guys know, I'm not going to do a review on the welder. I'm not a good TIG welder. Like I said, I picked it up 2 weeks ago, but if, you know, everybody loves this machine. It's a great machine. Now, the things that I've done to it that have helped me drastically, there's a couple of things. I've gotten rid of that cheap foot pedal that it comes with, and I got myself a new foot pedal. This is a Nova foot pedal. I got it on Amazon for $100. Worth every single penny. Just so you know, anybody who's got this welder, or any TIG welder, this thing is worth it. I mean, it is so much smoother and so much nicer, and you can rest your whole foot on it, unlike that thing where it's just your tips of your toes, and it takes all the force in the world to set it, and the thing slides across the floor. So I just got this in this week. This was great. I love that. I also got set up with the Furic cups here, the gas lens. This is a FUPA 12. I do have his some of his aluminum cups too, his 5s and 4s and 8s. I can't remember what setup I bought. But that's helped a world of difference right there. And I've also, right there, I don't know if you can see it, I just got in my dual regulator. Let me see if I can bring this closer. Oh, it's kind of hard to see back there. So I got a dual regulator here to back purge the stainless. You got to back purge stainless, or else you get a sugaring effect, they call it, and there's just crap on the inside of the tube that can break, your weld could crack, and yada yada yada. I know nothing about it. I've never done it, you know. But they tell me you got to back purge, so you got to back purge. I just got my dual regulator in. I'm eventually just going to buy the Streeter Strip Concepts, I think, is their name. Bungs for this. But right now I just got tin foil blocking everything. And we're going to give it a go. So the only thing I do know that I've looked up and I've talked to people about is you want it to be around 10 CFH of argon through the pipes. And you got to have the other side vented, so it flows through and it gets rid of the oxygen that's in there, and it'll be all gas. So, you know, the pin. I took my my rod and just stuck a pinhole in it. I got that blocked off. I should have probably put the pinhole there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I just got a rubber tube in here right now. We'll see how well that works too. I want to get the SPC Special Precision. I can't remember the company name. They got a quick release kit that'll go to the bungs I get. But you know, that's all stuff I'm gonna buy in due time, because you know, I'm not doing it for a living, so it's not the most I don't need it right this minute. You know, I just got this regulator in, so I got that. Now, those gas lenses require a ton of gas. So you gotta set that one high. But when you back purge, you want it like 10. Like I think I just said 10 CFH. So we're gonna try to give this a go, and oh shit, see what happens here. Now, don't make fun of me. I know there's probably people on my channel that are 1,000 times better than me on this, but I'm my first time doing this. So, I mean, I've been welding on a lot of stainless this past week, so come on. The one thing I have been learning though is it is a pain to weld some of this stuff with some of the positions you're in. So I end up going like an inch at a time. And then, yeah. Try it. I'm going to turn the argon on. See what happens. Not the cleanest weld, but trying to do this is a pain in the ass. I'm gonna sit here and weld this all up best I can. I'm not gonna bore you guys with welding this whole thing. I hope you guys have that mentality like I do. I really didn't want to pay someone to do this. Yes, it's an expensive startup. I won my TIG welder, so it's not as bad for me as it would be for other people. I mean, you're looking, for everything basic, you're looking $2,000 minimum when you can pay someone a couple $100s to weld it all together for you. But how would I build a channel if I just paid other people to do this all the time to show you guys? So go grab a TIG, borrow a TIG, get under the helmet and learn it. I'm gonna finish this up. Well, I'm gonna try to finish this up. We'll go over anything when I'm all done. All right, guys. Alright guys, I finished welding up the whole turbo kit. I had everything done here. It's fully welded. It's not the best looking weld job ever, but you know what, for my first thing being built, I'm damn proud that I built this here in my garage and it never left. I might have a problem with this one wastegate stub because I learned a Learned a hard lesson with TIG welding to make sure you have enough gas, or else you'll run out and blow a gigantic hole in the merge. And I did that, and yeah, it was not fun filling that back in. So I'm gonna pray it doesn't crack, but you know, I'm gonna pray any of this doesn't crack. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm pretty happy for my first time doing it. I also got the V-bands welded on to the manifolds, so I got to get these bolted back in the car. I thought about painting this stuff black and wrapping it, but I think I'm gonna wait a little while to see if it does indeed crack. So with it wrapped, I won't know it's cracked for a while. I might spray some VHT black on this. I haven't decided yet. If I have some in my cabinet, I'll do it. If not, they're going on the car like this. And right before I fire it up, I'll just give this all a wipe down with acetone so you don't get all the nasty burned brown crap on it. But let's get this stuff mounted up in the car. Well, let me check to see if I have VHT first, then we'll paint all this. But if not, we'll get it mounted. Alright. Now that I took a short break to clean out these manifolds and hot side of any just junk or anything, I got some factory GM gaskets on here. I don't foresee needing anything else, but I do use, I'm stuck, I hate this, I do use ARP studs. Yeah, big shocker that I use ARP for this, right? I use ARP for everything. These are 12-point stainless. I love my ARP. Get it all started here so I don't have a handful of bolts. Now, when you go to tighten this down, you gotta remember to do it evenly. You gotta remember to do it evenly, or else you'll have a warped flange. It can happen, and then you can have bolts loosening up from that as well. Nuts loosening up from that. So, you know, just get everything snugged, and then, like if you're torquing down the head, you know, start in the center, go to the outside, go to the outside, come in, back to the center. Just be smart about it. That's all. Last time this turbo kit's going on. Well, not last time, but last time before I get this thing running and everything. I won't have to take it off for quite a while again. That's the nice thing about getting, there we go, getting closer on finishing the project. You can start bolting stuff down. It sucks when you just have 2 or 3 bolts on stuff and you're like, well, I'm not going to put any more on there because I'm going to pull that off another 4,637 times. So it's nice to actually bolt stuff on and know it's going to stay there for a while. Get this all locked down, every bolt on this engine, honestly every bolt in the car, but once you heat cycle it a couple of times, it won't cost you nothing to go over and check these bolts. I mean, they loosen up all the time. It won't cost you a dime unless you break them. Front end so bad. Might be winner's upgrades. Now the manifold's on, I could actually put my dipstick back in. I've been sitting in my back seat for, I don't know, 6 freaking months or some crap like that. I'm gonna make it a little bit more entertaining with the spark plugs there. Spark plug boots. So, one problem I do have was I had some cheap 2 1/4 inch V-bands laying around. Just some, I don't know where they came from, I don't know where I got them. And I plan on ordering some better ones, and I'm going to show you why. This is why you do not cheap out on V-bands. I just tightened that down. See the problem there? Notice the stud's bent? You see it? Right here. And it's not like I King Kong them things on there with an impact gun. So both of them are bent. It's the first time I've probably ever tightened them down, to be honest. I will buy better ones now that I see that, because those will break. Stress the bolt. Now you're going to get it hot. You're going to let it cool. You're going to let it get hot. You're going to let it cool. They're eventually going to break. You're going to take it off, put it back. They will break. No ifs, ands, or buts. Spend the extra $10 per V-band. You're only buying 2 of them. Spend 30, 40 bucks on them instead of $10. I don't even know. But neither here nor there. The hot side is mounted in the car. Happy about that. Now we got to mount the wastegates. Mount the turbo. I gotta find the gasket for said turbo. I know it's around here, some miscellaneous bin. Spark plug, wires and brackets from relocated setup. There she is. Now, there's more than one way to skin a cat when you're mounting your turbo to your flange. People will say gasket, no gasket, RTV, any of the above. Let me ask you a question. Your head is a perfectly machined flange. Your block is perfectly machined flange. Are you not going to run a gasket in there? Of course, you're going to put a head gasket in it. Why? Because you need a gasket. It's just how things work. So I've seen people say, oh, your turbo flange and your exhaust flange are perfectly machined, you don't need a gasket. That's bull. That's absolute nonsense. RTV, I don't care if you get the exhaust RTV, it will not handle this heat. And all it does is make a freaking mess. Get the gasket, get the right hardware, and bolt it down. And check your bolts, and you'll be fine. There you go. That's my little spiel on gas. Now I've seen people use all sorts of crap to mount turbos. Well, I'll tell you what. Most of the people are wrong. They will go through their toolbox and find whatever it is they need to mount this thing. That's fine. I ordered some 3/8 by 16. Where are the nuts? Okay, well, they obviously didn't send me the nuts. That kind of sucks. Let me see if I have any 3/8 nuts here. But first, let's get this heavy sumbitch in here. Make sure my bolts are long enough, which they aren't. They literally just come to the bottom of this. So, with a Borg Warner T6 flange and a monkey fab, it's not long enough. 1.25 inches are not long enough. So, we're back. I got the hardware I needed. Yeah, all grade 8. Nice, nice. Got some nuts too. Freaking unreal. Fucking heavy ass thing. It's like 56 pounds or something this thing is. Too goddamn heavy, that's what I think. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but Little John Motorsports makes this flange for the Borg Warners. to go from 5-inch to 4-inch. It's a really nice piece. I mean, this is a super sweet piece. I can't wait to weld this thing up, and I hope I do a good job on it. You really don't need a 5-inch exhaust coming off the back here. A 4-inch is more than plenty. So 4 inches it is. So I use 3/8 by 16, 2 inches long, 2 inches with a Borg-Warner T6000 and a Monkey Fab flange. Yes, I do believe turbo blankets are a must. They work. I mean, there's tons of videos out there of underhood temperatures drop significantly. Turbo blankets and wraps and everything. I want to wrap all my hot side. I'd actually love to just have it ceramic coated, but I probably won't be keeping this topside. Alright. Let's get the wastegates on here, shall we? Now, one important thing with wastegates is they have something called a fire ring, which is this. Probably came in your wastegate. A lot of people drop them out. They go in the bottom of your wastegate, just like that. Oh, just there you go, just like that. And they seal the valve. Because when you bolt this thing down, it presses on it just a touch to get a full seal on it. And if you don't have the fire ring in there, you will have a huge exhaust leak. Last year I was on a pit crew for a team. Started the car up in a rush and had exhaust blown right out of the wastegate tube because they were just hood dumps on it. Well, come to find out, I pulled the wastegate off and it's missing the fire ring. It's not a cool thing, especially when you're at the track and you don't have one. So after that, he had a spare. Wastegates are mounted. I probably will build down pipes for these just to go more directed on towards the car so it's not near the tire as much. I gotta plug this top hat, but these are really easy to take apart. This is one of the reasons I went with TurboSmart. You literally can just take this is a ring. This ring unscrews and the top comes off of it. So that's what makes TurboSmart really nice. And then you can just, you know, you could rotate it, do whatever you got to do. But I don't know how I'm gonna plumb these just yet. So I got to look up diagrams and see what I have. But hot sides mounted, wastegates are mounted, turbos are mounted, turbos plumbed, turbo blankets on. I got to build a down pipe still. I think that's next on my list of things to do. 4-inch stainless steel is not cheap. So what I've been thinking about doing is doing a 4-inch 45 off the turbo to a V-band to aluminum, 4-inch aluminum for the rest of it. It's a significant price difference. It's like $30 per bend. So that might be the way we go with that. Okay guys, forward progress. Getting it done, getting more parts mounted up on the car for the final time. It's getting very close and I'm getting very excited. I'm getting very excited to hear it run again, and I'm very excited that I'm learning a new skill that is, you know, a skill I've wanted to learn for years. I've wanted to learn it, but getting into TIG welding is an expensive startup, as I have told you guys. But I got my hot side welded up. It's on there. It's looking good. Fingers crossed it performs good. I don't know what else to say, so we'll call this video a wrap. I didn't get to the brake lines like I talked in the beginning. Kind of went on too much with the hot side. Took a little too long. But there will be another video I have another big announcement to make. That will be coming up in the next week or two. That's a pretty big announcement I'm going to make too. I'm super excited for it, and we'll see how it plays out. I hope you guys liked the video. As always, you can comment, ask me anything, follow me on Instagram at Racestatus, get in that garage, grab a cold beer, get working on your hot rod, guys. Also, if you get on my Instagram, I got a batch of Racestatus Flex Fits in right now. I've already sold a couple tonight. They've only been online a couple hours. If you want to get one, get online. I'll have to put another order in, but I have 8 right now. Alright guys, have a good night.